right, it is Tuesday, February 3rd. Welcome to another episode of Simple Life Philosophy, where I just kind of ramble on my way to work. I'm still showing up, still doing this. This whole journey started because I wanted to improve myself. I just got very disgusted and sick with the stagnation in my life and me always trying to improve. And it just felt like I was taking one step forward, two steps back kind of thing. But these making these videos have really helped me, because I feel like I'm just creating more repetition for the creativity that I want to have in my heart. And I also feel like, I'm helping people, you know what I mean? And even though not many watch this video, I really appreciate every view, but I just hope that, yeah, whoever does watch these videos, whoever stumbles upon it, listens, finds something, and finds a way to heal their heart, heal themselves, find more love for themselves, find more respect for themselves. Because I think if the more people do that, the more chance I think humanity has to really correct itself. Because I think we can all agree, we look around at our society. There's a lot to fix, and it doesn't feel like our trajectory is really going in the right direction. With just, I don't know, just with all the distraction that's out there, whether it's with media, and then you just have all the toxicity. You know what I mean? Just indirectly, with the food, air, water that we all have to consume to survive. But then you also have like the social media aspect, the entertainment aspect, the advertising aspect. Where just so much of our lives and what we're surrounded by has become very sexualized and just very I don't know, taps into just our more instinctual and primal kind of ways of an animal, of humans, and despite all this progress that we made, we're not really evolving into a more efficient and higher conscious society. It takes individual effort to be able to raise your consciousness level. You have to decide that, because society doesn't want that. I mean, if you really truly look at it, society does not want you to evolve. Just look at the people around you, look at the entertainment that's around you, look at the food you're consuming, the water, the air. People want you sick. I can't help but think that, that there is a sick person or people or organizations that just want you sick, poor, and controlled, for whatever reason. I don't know why, and maybe because I think there is definitely an aspect of there's people and groups of people, I hate to say this, but that think they're above other groups of people, that they don't respect life. They have this superiority complex about who they are, maybe who their family is or whatnot. And it just kind of gives them that justification to harm other life. Yet they'll treat their dog or their pet, as kings and queens or whatnot, but other human beings as not, And yeah, human beings, there's a spectrum. We have smart people, we don't have not so smart people. But that's okay. That doesn't mean that we treat people with disrespect. And I feel like we have to come into balance with who we are as a species, and especially with how fast our technology is progressing. And it just, yeah, I mean, it just seems like we're at this precipice or this moment in time where, we could go one direction or another. And I think if we want to ensure our survival as a species, if we want to find balance on this planet, find balance within ourselves, I think more of us have to really elevate our consciousness level. We have to find more love and respect in our hearts. And when we find that disrespect out in the world, we have to call it out. I don't know why I was thinking this morning about that, kind of Game of Thrones episode where Ned Stark, he found out that there was this, plot to overtake the king, and they killed the hand of the king, John Aaron or whatever. I'm sorry, but if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, but yeah, I mean, he was on the righteous, moral side of things, right? Whereas Cersei had the power because she had the city watch, the equivalent of the military behind her. So despite the justification and morality of someone, you know, it doesn't matter. And I just feel like there is that power imbalance right now. And I don't know. I don't know how we balance that out to where people are held accountable for their treacherous acts on other human beings. But something has to kind of give. I think it's just hopefully the more people that find it in their hearts to elevate spiritually and consciously, that will spider web out. I have to believe that. I have to have faith that that will happen so that those in power, those with real power, those with, um, whether it be in the court system or the military or whatnot, you know, kind of use that and wield that power for good, to hold those accountable, just the, to call out things that are just not, that are not elevated and not human in a way that we want them to be, and unfortunately, a lot of people think that America is the best legal system money can buy, and I don't think this is isolated to America. This is all over the world. This has been something. This has been a pattern, in history, right? Those in power, those that wield power, can kind of get away with more than those that don't, and people can be framed. People can be targeted, and their names can be, and especially with AI. I mean, dang, like now you really can frame someone, and it's really hard to decipher what's real and what's not. So yeah, it's just a very corrupted society that we live in currently, and I hope we can fix this. I think we will. I think I want to thank God that we will fix it. That we're on that path of fixing this, because we have to. You know what I mean? I think to survive as a species, we have to fix this. We have to correct these issues. We have to discover our deficiencies as a society, as human beings, and address them and protect ourselves from them. You know, and I just, yeah, I want to thank our Creator for helping us and guiding us to that moment, so that we can get on the right path as a species. And again, I think that starts with us and on the individual level, and elevating yourself, finding love for yourself, finding peace within yourself, and hopefully, yeah, I have faith that's gonna spider web out to society so that we can find that balance, so that we can find better ways to live and find more efficient ways to live, so that we're not poisoning our environment, we're not poisoning our crops, we're not poisoning our food, we're not poisoning our air, we're not poisoning our water, we're not poisoning the essentials that it takes to live healthy in this world, both body and mind and spiritually, right? So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts for today. Really always appreciate any type of love you send my way. I want to always send blessings out. Peace, love, all the good things. See you next time.